Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And Captain America 4 is rotten.
Yeah.
It's rotten. It's not as rotten as it was earlier. I guess it's managed to creep over 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, but the critics are not really liking this movie very much.
Well, I was refreshing it in real time as they were adding them, and they just kept getting worse and worse. And then even some of the fresh unquotes, by what I read, does not seem fresh. It seems like a rotten, but they're marking it as fresh.
Yeah, I think Disney's checks are bouncing. They're not. They're not able to buy off the critics as easily as they used to. And it's interesting because actually some media outlets are calling it out. They're saying Captain America Brave New World reviews are critics smashing the MCU movie. We've got this one's from Cinema Blend. Critics have seen Captain America Brave New World and are angrier than a Red Hulk over how it turned out. It's not looking good. Now, this is yesterday. They said the early buzz was not too bad, but now that the review embargo is up, it's looking pretty not good for them. So let's talk about some of these early reactions. Again, this is a movie I have zero interest in seeing. I'm not boycotting it. It just looks boring.
Well, I'm waiting for it to not do well, and then everybody's going to be a racist and a fascist. And
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to go that way.
I think they'll start arguing that. But it's so funny, too. I want to mention before we get into it further, they're also the pro-Palestine people are boycotting it because they're mad.
Yeah, because they have the Israeli version of Captain.
Yeah, it was a Sabra or something. Yeah. They're protesting it because of that. Oh, so they're getting it on all over.
Yeah, to me, just my initial reaction is this looks like a bigger budget episode of a Disney Plus show. Just like the Marvels, like I have zero interest in watching it. It's not me, raging about it. I'm not angry about it. I'm just completely apathetic. And people who have seen it said it's pretty meh. So
that's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Let's talk about Captain America.
America.
See, I can't come up with these catchy. I can't do it. It just looks boring. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
If you want to celebrate your lack of enthusiasm for anything Disney, check out our Dismal Kingdom parody t-shirt on clownfishminus.com. Join the Plus Club, help support the channel. And we got merch. We do have merch. So let's take a look at, you had some of the early reactions on piratesandprincesses.net.
I did. And they were mostly from Rotten Tomatoes, except for the one was the headline from the Wrap. And they have since then added more and more and more. Every time I clicked, there was more coming in.
Yeah, we'll look at some of these and then we'll go out to Rotten Tomatoes and see if there's been some updates. So the Hollywood Reporter said, unfortunately, Captain America Brave New World proves a lackluster Marvel entry that feels as if its complicated storyline has been painstakingly worked out without a shred of inspiration.
Yep. Some of these are going to be positive and some of these are negative. But you're not going to be able to tell the difference.
Right. That is Rotten Tomatoes, basically, right? A briskly paced, though cumbersome superhero action thriller with political movie tropes. As a Captain America movie, Brave New World is batting strongly below average. Its plot is at least mildly reminiscent of The Winter Soldier, but it's both fair and unfair to compare the two, says Polygon. So a lot of the outlets...
a
lot of the outlets you would think would love this movie. It'd be like representation. They're like, not feeling it.
Brave New World, alas, is not a movie anybody would aspire to make, at least in its current condition.
And that's from New York Magazine and Vulture. Rolling Stone, this is one that I thought would have stand for this movie. While Brave New World is nowhere near as bad as the various MCU low points of the past few years, this attempt at both reestablishing the iconic character and resetting the board is still weak tea. Nerdist, Captain America Brave New World fails to deliver the movie that both its leading man and its titular hero deserve. Wow. Yeah, these are, there are some that are really, really bad on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, the one was said he was a magical Negro.
Oh my God, seriously?
Yes, go down. I think it's a little bit below here.
Wait, you actually have that one here?
Yes, go down. There's so many.
Oh my God.
it was like one of the last ones I posted, but it just goes on and on with, it's not good.
Robert Daniels says,
It not only turns its hero into a magical Negro in an effort to soothe white American anger and hurt, it also asks its hero to grin and figuratively tap dance off screen.
Oh my God. So let's go out to actual Rotten Tomatoes here. Now it is up to 52%. Let's hit refresh. See if that Disney money is kicking in yet. Nah, it's still at 52%. Now, because of this, before we get into more of these, the box office projections are dropping.
It's not because of that. It's because it was never that. They were overinflating the box office projections to begin with. Now they're saying 80 to 85 million.
I think that it's going to drop because of this. Because this is usually what happens is they wait until the very last minute for the embargo to be lifted. And a lot of people that were on the fence about whether or not they're going to go, they make their decision based on the reviews. And the reviews are not good.
Well, what I'm kind of wondering, based on the reviews and the outlets that are saying them, I have to wonder if people were mad that they walked back the politics, but then other people were saying that there's a lot of discussion about current year social issues. And I'm like, so it's either going to go really, really, really heavy into that, or they walked it back and it's not heavy enough. It depends on who you ask.
Yeah, there is very little you can do, I think, to make people happy about this movie for a number of reasons. I mean, one, it's not Steve Rogers, and that's going to be a deal breaker for most people. But two, if you're dealing with politics in current year, there's no way to handle it deftly that makes everybody happy.
Just don't do politics, but they're not going to do that.
Because you could just do. I mean, when you're dealing with like the inner workings of the U.S. government, I mean, the thing to do with Captain America now would be like Captain America has a foreign enemy, and just pull a Top Gun and be like, we're not really going to go into detail as to who the foreign enemy is exactly, but they're the bad guys, and he's fighting the bad guys. And America's the good guys. That's right. I mean, it sounds baby-brained, but that's kind of what you have to do.
No, the bad guy is the president.
Yeah, that's not something people want to see right now. I'm just saying. That's not
But some do, but even the audience that you would normally pander to that would want to see it, they're boycotting it because they're doing the pro-Palestine stuff.
They're not drinking their Starbucks either. They're done with Starbucks. So this is Rotten Tomatoes. So here we go. All critics. We want to go to all critics or top critics. Pick your poison.
I don't know. Do all top. Usually. Because I usually go all, but you can do top.
All right. So we got some tomatoes here. United Press International. Mackie carries his first movie as the headline hero effectively, even up against screen legends like Ford. It's Captain America's movie. Here we have Culture S. Great actors like Nelson and Lumley can only add so much to a production that never quite works as either an over-the-top comic book movie or a more intimate meditation on masculine vulnerability.
Oh, yeah, hot damn, they're going to line up for that. I want to go watch the masculine vulnerability movie.
Inverse. Brave New World is at once too much story and not enough, especially where its supposed lead is concerned. With so many other compelling threads in play, Sam becomes a hapless passenger, a vessel through which the MCU can recover lost story threads. Yeah, pretty much.
A lot of people say that it's too much of the MCU and not enough of the story.
Well, yeah, because the plot of this, spoiler alert, if you've seen the trailer, you probably already know, but they do finally address the giant celestial that is sitting in the ocean after Eternals that just got memory hold in every other movie, and that's a major plot point, I guess. This is where I'm at. This entire endeavor feels as if a random episode from a serialized TV show with no discernible beginning or end, merely reveling momentarily in fleeting action and showdowns.
People keep saying it feels like a Disney Plus or TV show series.
Yeah, and that was the Marvels too. It just looked like another episode of a Disney Plus show, and when you set the expectations like that and you're like, okay, Foul Cap is relegated to Disney Plus, Ms. Marvel is relegated to Disney Plus, and Photon, those characters. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, come to the movie theater and pay and make a trip to go see a bigger budget episode of your favorite Disney Plus show. I don't know how the Mandalorian movie's going to do.
I don't either, because if you didn't watch it, look at here. They said it wasn't a bad movie, but it's clearly made by a formula-loving team of executives who are convinced that playing it safe is better than taking risks.
Yeah.
Then they said the first Marvel movie effort not worthy of the big screen.
Ow.
That's a matter of opinion. The Marvels weren't apparently either.
Yeah, but that's saying something. That's it, because I mean, to have this guy come out and say this is the first movie that should not have been released theatrically. It's a Marvel film, no more, no less. Boston Globe, making matters far worse is the film's blatant plan to be as inoffensive and apolitical as possible. There it is.
There it is. That's what it is.
As a result, it's a raging bore on top of being nearly incomprehensible. Well, when you've had, 3-4 rounds of reshoots, And they keep trying to say their budget's $200 million. There's no way. There's no way at this point. Hey, movie Bob loves it. Not surprised. Not surprised. All right, let's see. Let's get some other ones here.
Oh, Rachel Leichman loves it. Not surprised. What's her nuts that blocked me? Grace Randolph. She loves it too. That Mama's geeky, who loves everything, it loves it too. Shocker.
No relation, by the way. Brave New World is as visually lifeless as the most lifeless MCU thrillers, marred by needless overcutting, flimsy digital backdrops, and stilted composition. Given its political theming, the screenplay credited to 5 different writers on top of 3 story writers makes wishy-washy attempts to speak to our current social movement with a certain naivete that doesn't suit the precariousness of our reality.
Basically, they're pissed because they walked back that Red Hulk's Trump, I think was going on.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on. Is they're mad about that? I don't know, but that's what it seems like.
You'll see cool things here and there, only as you've seen them before in the MCU done better. You could have this is joysauce.com. I don't ask what the joy sauce is. You could have the lowest of expectations and still be miserable and disappointed. Ouch. It's a film that gestures in the direction of political intrigue and dynamic character drama, but it barely assembles enough of a facade to be convincing. Here's the one about it. And this is a black guy who said that he's a magical Negro.
Yes.
Oh my God. That is the worst possible review you can get. I don't think Anthony Mackie's going to get his Oscar.
Well, no, he doesn't want to. This is his Oscar performance. Because remember, he's been overlooked because he has been Oscar worthy so many times, and no one else sees it.
Everybody said he's okay. He's basically working with what he's got to work with.
Well, everybody said him, and they said that Harrison Ford is the big star of the movie. It's Sam Wilson's introduction movie, but Harrison Ford kind of steals it. But it's Harrison Ford, so.
Yeah, it's Harrison Ford, right? He's going to steal everything he's in. Daily Telegraph UK, it's hard to imagine Brave New World rallying the Marvel fan base, not least because it gives them so little to rally behind. It feels less like a film than something you make when you can't think of one, but your deadline is looming regardless. That's pretty much it. That's the problem, I think, with most of these Disney movies is they set the date so far in advance. They set the date before they have a movie. Mm-hmm. They're like in 2027, on June 30th, 2027, we're going to release whatever number 5. And no, we don't even have a script yet.
It's not as bad for Marvel as it is for Star Wars. They just keep announcing crap, giving dates, and then there's no movie. At least they're trying to put something out there. And it would have been done on time had they not had to reshoot it because it was dog shit the first time. I think they greenlit it under a certain time period that does not work in current year.
Oh, this one's not good. Brave New World is a bunch of characters wandering around in search of meaning, the Marvel machine creaking loudly as it tries to whip up some grand mythos around these B-tier figures. Wow. Yeah, this is what kind of how I feel about the Thunderbolts too. Like I saw the trailer, I'm like, it doesn't look bad, but I'm also like, these are all the leftover characters from the Disney Plus shows, right? Like, yeah. Do I really need to see a movie of all the leftover characters? I mean, they should have just called it The Leftovers because that's basically what.
The Leftovers and Bucky.
The Leftovers and Bucky. Yeah, that's the only reason people are going to go see the movie is for Bucky. That's it. And they should have done more with Bucky, when people cared, but now they don't. It says generic toothless television. Mackie deserved a better shot. Brave New World proves a lackluster Marvel entry that feels as if its complicated storyline has been painstakingly worked out without a shred of inspiration. It bats strongly below average, yada, yada, yada.
Well, that one's positive. Wait, go back up. The one's positive. Says it's a briskly paced, though cumbersome, superhero thriller.
Yeah, so even the positive is not glowing. So,
With
like, what?
political movie tropes.
Political movie tropes. I don't, especially now with the zeitgeist changing, I don't know if this is the right time for this movie. I don't think there ever was a right time for this movie, but it probably would have done better 3 years ago.
I think they should just put it on Disney Plus, but they need to make money back.
Oh, they'll probably put it on Disney Plus pretty damn quick if it doesn't do
probably.
well.
I think even if it started out strong, unless it's really good, which it doesn't sound like it from these reviews, it's going to tank and drop off a cliff by the second week anyway.
Yeah, and this will explain why they're kind of skipping over this one. I mean, they've promoted it somewhat, but like it seems like they're like, hey guys, Fantastic Four. We got Fantastic Four coming. You like them, right? You like the Fantastic Four? Yeah, well, they're coming this summer. Just hold on. Like Thunderbolts, I think, is going to be kind of a fart in the wind, too. I don't think that one's going to do very well, but see what happens. We're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
All right. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.